Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decades since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Will Reichert has it all teed up, and we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Pressure coming, it's Jackson. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. 6 yards on the run. That sets up 4th and 3. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're gonna say it's short of the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On play action now, McCarthy. Finds his target, Mason. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
The throw is caught. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Back to the air, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings have a great first drive and get the game's first points. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with Henry. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. In a good spot here, second and inches. Another run for Henry. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Caught by Flowers. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They're running the option, short side. Crosses the 35, room for more. And he gets this one down to the 27. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 28-yard line.
They just get the play off. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment.
That's garbage.
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Bullock's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Getting out to his left. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Henry on the option. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This is Henry on 2nd. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Running once more with Henry. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll run here on 1st down. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Trying down the middle with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. We got 3 on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. This is the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy buys time, rolling right. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Vikings need some big yards in a hurry. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now McCarthy has the connection to Hawkinson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
2nd and 3 now. From the 48. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on 1st, and then we go backwards on 2nd. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Could not beat the defender there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Vikings their punt team out. And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And they'll only have time for one play before halftime. One last play before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. That'll be caught. Here's Ty Chandler. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Second and 4. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Third and long for him here. He's got him. That's Addison. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Pass is caught by Addison. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Mason there to haul it in. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Chased out to his right. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make their way to the end zone. Jordan Addison the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And they'll take the lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
On first and 10, it's Henry. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Man in motion here. Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. It's a dime look by the Vikings. 3rd down coming. Lamar now from the gun. He'll get this to Henry. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Vikings football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back To throw. Here's McCarthy. Able to get it to Moore. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes again. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Has his man. It's Addison. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 29. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Throwing on third. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. Space on the right. He's got room. And Baltimore finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown. The Ravens take a fourth quarter lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
So the turnover ends in 8 points on the board. A very advantageous spot to make the call and go for 2.
I like it. In fact, I like it a lot. Those defenders, they were just sitting over there on the sidelines, and then boom, they got to get on the field. They just kind of scrambled their brains, didn't they? Took advantage of it, and as you said, didn't settle for 7. Oh, no. We're going to step on the accelerator and put 8 on the board.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Searches from the pocket. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to the air, McCarthy. Completed to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Able to find Hawkinson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. McCarthy throwing here. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They run it with King Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Henry running left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Going with King Henry here. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens going for the win here. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. Still one more in their pocket to use. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Back to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
He's got him. That's Addison. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Getting out to his left. He's got it near the 8. And he drives this forward to the 6. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
Now to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. The close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tough games, you've got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First throw of overtime now. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, here's Lamar. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, we really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. He fires one deep down the left side. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
the catch. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens pull in front. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. So in front of a flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.